Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to our Friday meeting of Legislative Operations Elections Committee. Madam Secretary, please note all members are present. Today, we only have 2 items on our agenda. We've got a brief work session and public comment. I'll turn it over to Director Anthony for our work session.
Thank you, Chair Orenshaw. There are 2 bills on the work session today. The first bill is SB 404. Makes various changes relating to elections, was heard in committee yesterday. At the hearing, you'll recall Senator Orenshaw submitted a conceptual amendment. The amendment is attached. Also, for ease of committee, the amendment, I have bullet pointed each of the changes with corresponding numbers there on the face of the work session document. So the conceptual amendment, paragraphs 1 and 2 set the count to begin no later than the first day of early voting instead of the first day after the first day of early voting. Sections 3 and 4 remove the change that voter challenges must be made in writing instead of orally. Change 5 removes the changes to voter challenge procedures. Number 6 removes the changes regarding emergency powers relating to elections. Change 7 removes the changes protecting elections officials' personally identifying information. Change 8 removes the changes granting authority to extend polling place hours. Change 9 removes the changes regarding duties of clerks and secretaries within the canvass and certification process. Change 10 removes the changes to audit procedures. Change 11 removes the automatic recount provision. And change 12 removes the change regarding processes and burdens of proof for election challenges from the bill as drafted. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Director. I would be open to a motion to amend and do pass the amendments listed in the work session document.
Motion to amend and do pass.
There's a motion to amend and do pass from Senator Daly. Is there a second? Second from the Majority Leader. Any discussion on the motion?
I have discussion. Thank you.
Minority Leader Sievers-Cancer.
In looking at the bill itself and the amendment, I've got a number of issues. One is starting to count the ballots the first day of early voting, so no later than the first day of early voting. I think that is an issue. And then also, the current statute talks about a Nevada photo ID and then the proof of residency. And so now it just says photo ID, so we're eliminating the official photo ID that we have in the state of Nevada, whether it's an ID or a driver's license, and then we have a list of, the proposal has a list of different things that satisfies the check for residency, and I just think the language is too loose because we really don't know what type of photo identification is going to be used. And then there are items, things like a utility bill, and different types of bank statements that could be used, and I'm just not really comfortable using those to demonstrate that you have residency. There is something like the military identification card, something like that. I think it would be valid and useful, but some of the other items on the list I think are not strong enough for what we need for our elections. So those are the 2 reasons I'll be a no. Specific reasons, there may be others, but those are 2 that jump out off the page to me.
Thank you. Senator Krasner.
Thank you, Chair. So I had some concerns yesterday, but I see that there are some lengthy amendments that I have not had a chance to go through thoroughly. So I'll be a yes going out of committee, but I'm going to reserve my right to change my vote prior to floor.
Thank you very much, Senator Krasner. And I appreciate Minority Leader's comments. Certainly, as I testified to yesterday, nothing in the bill changes the statute that keeps any tally private till after Election Day. So there'd be no publication of any tally. This would simply give the clerk's registrars a head start on the counting, and the provision for utility bills and other things like that for a residency challenge does not change the current statute, that if there is a challenge as to identity, that would still require government-issued photo identification to fight that challenge for the voter who's challenged. So with that, I would take a vote. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Nay. Madam Secretary, please note that the measure has passed 4-1. Senator Gansert is no. Senator Krasner, a yes, but reserving her right to change on the floor. Director Anthony.
Thank you, Chair Orenshaw. The next bill before the committee today is SB 443, revises provisions relating to voter registration. Was heard last evening in this committee. At the hearing, Senator Orenshaw submitted a conceptual amendment. The conceptual amendment is attached to the work session document, and the amendment proposes to change if a Nevada does not have a current unexpired Nevada DMV issued driver's license or identification card, they may instead use other forms and proof of residency under certain circumstances. It amends Section 1, subsection 3 to add 60 days within the transaction for bank statements, utility bills, phone bills, etc., within 60 days of same-day registration. Number 3, it amends Section 1, subsection 4 to authorize a voter who needs to provide proof of residency to bring a paper version or an electronic version. And finally, number 4, it adds that if a voter does not have a driver's license, ID card, or social security number, they may sign an affirmation swearing that they have not been issued such identification. County clerk will then issue a unique identification number to the voter before the voter casts their ballot. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Director. I would accept a motion to amend and do pass with the amendments in the work session document.
Motion to amend.
I have a motion from Senator Daly. Is there a second? I have a second from the Majority Leader. Any discussion on the motion? Senator Severs-Ganser.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll be a no on this with some similar reasons as provided on the earlier bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Severs-Ganser. Any additional discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Nay. Madam Secretary, please note that Senate Bill 4043 with the amended do pass motion did pass 3-2. Senator Krasner, Senator Severs-Ganser are both noes, and I'll take the floor statements for both those bills. With that, we finished our work session. I'd like to open it up for public comment. If there's anyone who wishes to make public comment, I don't see anyone here in Carson City. We don't have our feed to the Sawyer building, so broadcasting can go to the phone lines. Public comment, we are limiting it to 2 minutes per speaker.
Chair, the public line is open and working, but there are no callers willing to provide public comment at this time.
Thank you very much. With that, we are adjourned.